You ever walk into a newer house built after, say, 2010 and something just feels a little off? The floors are perfect, the walls are crisp, everything looks right, but somehow it just doesn't feel right. What's going on, everyone? I'm Cody Smith. I live here in St. Catharines. I'm a realtor and I've been in construction for most of my life. And in this video, I'm breaking down why so many homes built after 2010 feel a little off and what you can do if you're thinking about buying one, selling one, or fixing one. Because the truth is, this shift isn't just design, it's psychological, economics, and craftsmanship all rolled into one. When people walk through a house and tell me the house feels a little off, they can't always explain why. It's not just layout, it's proportions, lighting, and acoustics. Even the way sound bounces around an open space, houses built after 2010 often feel hollow, echoey, or just disconnected. The truth is, they were designed for more photos and more. The truth is, they were designed more for photos than people. They photograph beautifully, but living in a home can feel almost sterile. And that's not by accident. It's a result of a huge shift that happened in the 2010s. Now, around 2010, open concept designs absolutely took over. Builders realized they could eliminate hallways, remove walls, and create spaces that look huge without actually adding square footage. Toss in a little Pinterest aesthetics, bright whites, minimal trims, massive windows, and suddenly we had homes that looked like showrooms. Problem is, we lost balance. No cozy corners, no transition zones. Kitchens echo into living rooms. Kids watching TV compete with someone cooking dinner. It's all really strange. The architects stopped serving how we live and started serving, well, how things are photographed. Here in St. Catharines, we saw that trend explode in subdivisions, especially around West Park, Vanscoil Road, and even the North End. It sold fast, but now, 10 years later, buyers are starting to notice the difference. Now, the other thing that changed after 2010 was how homes were built. Builders were under so much pressure, more demand, higher land costs, tighter timelines, so they optimized. Lighter framing, thinner trims, engineered products instead of, well, solid materials. Now, don't get me wrong, none of this is bad, but it does change how a home feels. You can literally feel the hollowness when you shut a door or walk across the second floor. But here's the kicker, most people don't realize it until they move in. That's why older St. Catharines homes between, say, 1950s and 1980s still feel really solid, even after decades. They were built with heavier lumber, smaller spans, and honestly more love and more craftsmanship. There's also a psychological element. When everything's open, your brain never really rests. Older homes had boundaries, rooms with doors, cozier spaces, and that gave your mind cues to relax. Now, newer homes, you can see the entire main floor from your couch. It feels impressive, but it also feels exposed. And that's not part of what it makes feel off. It's less human. The space works for a photo shoot, but not necessarily for a good way of life. Now, let me show you what I mean. Take this home in the North End, built in 2014, looks gorgeous, granite countertops, pot lights, neutral tones, but the kitchen island cuts off the flow, and there's zero privacy for calls or work. Then you compare this home that was built around the 1970s, beautiful architectural home over in Glen Ridge. Smaller rooms, sure, but it feels alive. You can host dinner in one room and have a quiet room in another. And then also, you can kind of hide your junk somewhere else and you don't have to stress about it. This is where modern design sometimes misses. It forgets that homes are for living, not just for listing in a photo shoot. So, what to do if you're buying a home built after 2010? Well, first, understand what you're getting. Don't just look at the finishes, look at the layout, look at the flow, wall placements, and the natural lighting. And you have to ask yourself, can I picture my family here or does it feel like a showroom? Second, check for the signs of a builder's shortcuts. Hollow doors, thin baseboards, also engineered baseboards, lack of insulation in the mechanical room. Third, get a contractor's eye. A lot of these homes can be fixed with small changes that make a big difference. You just need a contractor or a special eye to take a look at it. Even moving a wall or adding a feature partition can totally change the feel of a house. Now, if you're already in a post 2010 house and you're planning to sell, the good news is you can easily make it feel right. Add warmth back into the space, wood tones, layered lighting, define zones, define the kitchen, define the living room, Buyers want to see this. Even something as simple as adding trim or texture to a feature wall can make the home feel grounded again. And from a resale standpoint, those upgrades pay off. I've seen homes jump $30,000 to $40,000 in perceived value just by adding architectural definition. Now remember, buyers shop with emotion first, logic second. Make them feel something. Here's where it gets interesting in St. Catharines. Homes built before 2000 still outsell many new builds on price per square foot basis, even with more maintenance. Why? Just like gravitate towards homes that feel authentic. So as a seller, lean into warmth and emotion. As a buyer, don't discount the older homes just because they're dated. Often the bones are stronger and the design is more for humans. And if you pair that with modern upgrades, you get the best of both worlds. The next wave of housing design is starting to correct this. Builders are bringing back natural materials, defined rooms, more connection between indoor and outdoor, which I personally love. We're learning that minimalism only works if it still feels human. So the future, especially here in Niagara, is all about well-balanced design. Warm, efficient, and yet still livable. So yeah, newer homes look perfect on paper. Honestly, I would love to have a modern house, but sometimes they just feel a little off. If you're in St. Catharines and you want help evaluating a new build or want a second set of eyes before you buy or renovate, reach out. My team and I specialize in both real estate and construction, so you get the honest answer about what's real and what's just for show. And if you found this helpful, hit the like button below and subscribe. I don't know if you guys are finding value in this, but if you are, show me some love. I want to know if I should keep making videos like this. I drop new videos every week on local real estate renovation tips and smart investing around Niagara. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.